So when you're ready, inhale, come straight into chair. Holy moly, good morning. So suck the belly in, tilt that tailbone down a whole bunch, and try to sit up. A lot of times people want to lean forward into these things, and that can be painful for the back. So we're going to sit up, reaching the hands up, but only so much that you don't make those ribs flare out. So maybe your hands are in front of you. We're going to hold this for one more breath. Next inhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, sit down a little lower. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of that right knee. This is hard because we're not warm, but it's going to be worth it. Try to breathe in and out your nose. One more inhale. Now, next inhale, we're going to drop down. Exhale, raise up. Do that for 5. Drop down. Raise up. Drop down. Up. Down. Up. Last one, down, up, coming back into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Those hamstrings may be a little more appreciative of the forward fold after the quads did so much work. Shake it out. Draw the belly in, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the toes together, come back into chair. We get to do that on the other side. Now remember, you don't raise your hands up so much that it flares the ribs out. You want to keep those ribs knitted in. Next inhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. Looking down at those toes to make sure they're in line. Looking down at the knees, try to get them in line. Working your thumbs towards your chest. Now we have 5 of those little pulses. So down and up, down and up, down, up. That's 3, down, up. That's 4, down, up. That's 5. Coming back into chair. Hold it here. 1 inhale. Exhale, forward fold. That should feel okay. Open up those feet about mat's width distance and join me in a malasana squat. First thing in the morning, those hips are going to be talking to you. Go ahead and wiggle if you need to, pressing the knees open a little bit more if you can, catching your breath if you need that. Now we've got another big dynamic movement. I'm going to call these malasana half squats. So we're just going to go up to about halfway and then lower back down again. We're going to try to go for 10. You go to your exhaustion. So when you're ready, inhale, lift up halfway, sit back down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming back to your malasana squat. Whoo! Plant those hands down. Walk those feet back and meet me in a high plank. We want to have our feet about hips width distance apart, hands stacked underneath the shoulders, and we're going to hang out here and breathe because it's fun. Now we're going to do some push-ups. So if you'd like, bring your knees down to the mat, look forward ever so slightly, and we're doing chaturanga push-ups. So instead of letting the elbows go out wide, we're going to bring those elbows into the body. Try to move your hips and your shoulders together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, awesome. Bring it all the way down to the mat. Keep those fingertips in line with the chest. Squeeze the elbows into the body. Press the pelvic bone into the mat as we lift the chest. If you're feeling froggy, maybe lift the legs. Tummy time for adults. Good times. This is one of my favorite postures to help build strength along the back body, especially those little bitty muscles responsible for supporting the disc, those multifidus. Lift it up one more. Now, plug those toes into the mat, or you can press the knees into the mat. Make sure your fingertips are in line with your chest, and one big movement, keeping everything in one line. Inhale, think to yourself, I can do this. Exhale, push yourself up, high plank. Beautiful. Now we've got 5 more push-ups. I'm going to demo them on my toes. Push forward ever so slightly. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Downward facing dog just to catch your breath. One more. From here, we're going to come back to plank. Drop that right knee down, slide that right heel over towards the right ever so slightly, and come into your side plank on the right. You can stay right here, and this is getting core, those obliques nice and strong, or we can add a little bit of glute work to it by doing some leg lifts. So when you're ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Now we're going to bring those knees into our chest for 10, 9. You can bring the elbow to the knee if you'd like. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoot it back out and hold. Set it down. Come to your plank. You can do plank on your knees, or you can do plank on your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, ground down that left foot. Shimmy the left foot towards the back of the mat. Bring in the right hand up towards the sky, and we have those left side plank, right side leg lifts. That one's a tongue twister. When you're ready for 10, 9, soften the left elbow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up here. We have those crunches for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Hold it. And then come back to your plank. Remember, you can do plank on your knees, or you can do plank up here on your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, push forward. Give me a chaturanga. Next, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Remember to try to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. That's your ujjayi breathing. One more. On your next inhale, bring that right foot forward. We're coming into crescent lunge. So we're going to be on the toes of that left foot, like the balls of the foot. Hips are square towards the front, and chest is square towards the front, and the hands can be up. Now we're going to work towards some crescent lunge dips. Let's go for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Holding this crescent lunge. Now we've got some big dynamic movements working on balance, because when you work your balance, you work your core. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale. Left foot forward, chair. Left foot back, crescent lunge. Chair, crescent lunge. Keep the leg bent as long as you can. Here's 3. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Bring those hands up. Little bitty break for the legs. Ground the hands down. Do your vinyasa. Catch your breath. Little bit of that higher intensity stuff. One more breath. All right, look between those hands. Left foot comes forward. Come up into your crescent lunge. Remember our alignment cues. Hips reaching to be square. Shoulders reaching to be square. Hands can be up overhead, but don't let them go up so high that your ribs flare out. Lengthen through the tailbone and draw that belly button in. That's the key. All right, we have those dips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Big movements. Chair, crescent, chair, crescent. Hands can be up or at heart center for 3, 4, 5. Hands up is a little harder. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shoot it back, crescent lunge. Enjoy the fatigue that's happening in your left butt cheek. And then plant your hands. Take your vinyasa. Catch your breath here. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Next inhale brings that right foot forward. Left heel plants. We're coming into a warrior 1. Now this can be a little wonky on the hip flexor and the left knee. So if you don't love the way this feels, come back to your crescent lunge. Both of those are great options. Warrior 1 can sometimes feel a little more stable because the whole foot is down. Now we're going to work our balance a little bit more. So bring your hands to your heart center. Oops, I lied. We have to do one more thing first. Hands back up, and we're going to do a forward fold like we're painting the wall. Hands going back. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands back. Inhale, hands up. Belly in, exhale, hands back. Inhale, hands up. This is 5. This one's 6. 7. 8. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to your crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to cross that left foot over the right thigh into a seated figure 4, almost a balancing seated figure 4. So you should feel a nice stretch along your piriformis on the left butt cheek, and the right thigh should be talking to you. When you are ready, we have 1 more breath. Unwinding that foot, coming back to crescent lunge, and then opening up warrior 2. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and come into triangle for that right leg to have a break. Straighten that right leg. Reach the right hand up high first, then pull the right hand forward. Bring in the left hand up. Right hand's going to set either on the shin, the knee, maybe grabbing the right big toe. Soften that right knee. Nice stretch for the hamstring and the groin of the right leg. You should also feel a nice stretch in the left side oblique. Now that we've caught our breath, let's make this a bigger dynamic movement. So inhaling, warrior 2. From here, we're going to exhale, low lunge to the back. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, low lunge to the back. Warrior 2. Low lunge. Warrior 2. Low lunge. That was 3. Here's 4. There's 5. 6. 7. 8. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior just for a moment. And on the exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow to that right thigh, left hand reaching up and slightly forward. If you've got the juice, bring the right hand up and make it be more core work. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, windmill those hands down. Coming back to your high plank, low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good job, guys. 3 breaths here to catch your breath. One more. All right, ground that right heel down, reach that left foot forward, coming into your warrior 1 on the left. All things must be done to both sides. Remember, if this is wonky on that right hip flexor, go ahead and raise that right heel up. Totally okay. We got those forward lunges in our warrior 1 rather. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, paint the wall, hands back. For 10, 9, belly stays in, 8, 7, squeeze the glutes a whole bunch, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it for 5. Squeeze the glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to crescent. Exhale, figure 4 balance pose. Right foot over the left thigh. Sitting down as slow as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwinding here, crescent lunge. Opening up, warrior 2. Straightening that left leg, reach the left arm in the opposite direction of the left leg, coming into your triangle pose on the left. Now your left hand is either on the shin, up here on the quad. Maybe you can grab the left big toe if you're warm enough and open enough. Right hand is reaching up, gazes towards those right fingertips. Another trick is to lengthen through the tailbone, slightly squeeze in the butt cheeks, those glutes. That can help you to get a little bit better in alignment. All right, we have those big movements. Inhaling back to warrior 2. Now we do a low lunge to the back. Warrior 2, low lunge to the back. Warrior 2, that's 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Extended side angle. Left elbow to that left thigh, right hand reaching up and forward. Remember, if you have some more juice, hold that imaginary tray out in front of you with the left hand. That's going to work your core, those obliques, a little bit more, even down here on the left-hand side for 5, 4, bend into that left knee, 3, 2, 1. Windmilling those hands down, coming up to the toes of the right foot. Bring the left foot back and let's vinyasa. Rinse it all away. Good job, guys. Catch your breath here. One more. From here, we're going to look in between those hands. Maybe come up to the tippy toes, bend the knees, a whole bunch, and we're going to jump through to a seated position. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and let's do a forward fold because I feel like that would feel pretty good. Forward folding over those extended legs. Catch your breath. All right, everybody's favorite, it's core work. Bring your hands on either side of the knees. The closer your hands are to your ankles, the more difficult this is going to be. So the further back, the easier it's going to be. What we don't want is to lean back. That's a different kind of little ab workout. We're leaning into this exercise. We're going to look at that right big toe, and we're going to lift it. Let's shoot for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You'll probably feel that in the core and in that hip flexor and quad. Let's do the other side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now you've probably guessed it. We're going to go for at least 5. Maybe we can do 8 where we pick both feet up at the same time. Look at those feet. Tell yourself you can do this. And on the inhale, we lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hallelujah. Those are done. Bring those knees up. Plant them down about hips width distance apart. Maybe lean into those thighs as they open up a bit, just to give those hip flexors and abs a break for a hot minute. Then we're going to come back and join me in a boat pose. So boat pose, both feet can be flat on the mat if you'd like, hands reaching off into space, or you can have one foot or both feet lifted with your shins parallel. Full expression of boat pose is with your feet, legs straight, but for what we're going to do, we're going to leave them parallel, and we're going to try to go not quite, but almost all the way to canoe. So canoe is where you're laying down like this all the way, laying down like this. That's terrible, so now you have to watch. So we're going to extend the body, extend the legs, almost down to flat, and then come back up to boat. So we're not quite going all the way to boat, and we're not quite going all the way to canoe. Usually when we do that, that gives us a second to break, so we're not breaking. Let's do for 8. almost a canoe, almost a boat. Almost a canoe, boat. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give those knees a squeeze. Hallelujah. Cross the right foot over the left. Now we're going to set the left foot down on the outside of the right butt cheek. Cross the right foot over the left. Left elbow to the outside of that right thigh. Gazing over the right shoulder. This twist should feel pretty good. All right, we're going to lean the hands back, fingertips facing the hips. Uncross the right from the left. Bring the left foot back up to where it's about hips width distance apart. Inhale here, reverse tabletop, because that should feel like a pretty nice stretch across the shoulders. Squeeze the butt cheeks to lift the hips up. Then we're going to set the hips down, cross the right foot under the left. Right foot's now on the outside of the left butt cheek. Left foot's crossed over that right thigh. Right elbow to the outside of the left hip. And then twist it out over that left, looking over that left shoulder. Nice. Unwinding here, planting those hands behind your back, uncrossing the feet. And now we can go right back to this reverse tabletop, or if you'd like to juice it up just a little bit, suck the belly in, reach up, left foot for right foot, left hand for right foot, right hand for left foot, left hand for right foot, right hand for left foot. Let's do it for 5. This is 3, 3. Try not to let the hips sink. 4, 4, 5, 5. Set everything down. And now we're going to come all the way down to our backs, which should feel like a welcome respite. But we're not quite done yet. We're going to come into a bridge pose. Bring those feet to where they're just touching, those heels are just touching the fingertips, about hips width distance apart. Inhale, lift the hips. So we're channeling like our inner 1980s Jane Fonda's booty workout. At least that's what we grew up with. All right, so you can stay right here, or you can join me and pick up that right leg straight up into the air. We're going to do leg lifts from here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Set the right foot down. Don't let the bottom rest. Pick up the left leg for 10, 9, 8. Keep squeezing the booties. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift those legs. Set it down. Rest your bottom for just 1 inhale, 1 exhale. We're going to raise back up into our bridge. Now we're going to go out to the side. So raise that right foot up, but try to keep the knees in line. Out for 8 and back in. Out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Don't let the bottom drop. Pick that left leg up. Keep the knees in line for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Set the knee down. Set the bottoms down. Bring those knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Or you can do a happy baby if you'd like, where the knees go on either side of the body. And now we're going to twist it out. Let the knees fall heavy over towards the right, just for 3 breaths. Bring those knees into your chest, over to the other side. In those knees into the chest, extend it all the way back out. Long body stretch, and come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. This is where the magic happens. This is where all the benefits of the practice and the workout that we just did come together. Relaxing here as long as your body can take it. So that means you might fall asleep. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a lot of fun, and I hope you tried some new combinations, maybe got a little sweaty. I can't wait to see you inside the community again soon. Take care.